Dagdagan natin ang mga manggagawang malilibre sa buwis sa kanilang kita. Isasama na natin ang mga kumikita ng hindi lalagpas sa 350,000 pesos kada taon. Kasabay nito ang karampatang pagbaba ng income tax ng iba parang manggagawa. Ang mga maliliit na negosyo ay hindi napapatawan ng minimum corporate income tax.
What's up at welcome sa Poch O'Clock. Sa channel nito may likong sumuri ng mga relo ng mga kilalang personalidad at magbigay sa inyo ng masabot kayang alternatibo. Bago po ang lahat, hingi muna ako ng paumanhin kasi halos 2 buwan na since the last upload. Medyo naging busy lang and yung pinakamamahal ko pong asawa, she's expecting, and so moving forward, definitely expect the frequency of these uploads to drop. Pero ngayon, I jumped in kasi kakatapos lang ng 2026 SONA ni President Bongbong Marcos, and I thought it would be a good time para mag-watch spotting. Sa video po nito, susuriin natin ang mga sample ng mga relo nila Liza Araneta Marcos, Tito Sotto, Bongo at Sherwin Gatchalian, ang suot po nilang mga relo sa araw ng SONA 2026. Hindi na ako magpapaligoy-ligoy pa. Tara na! Dito sa relo ni First Lady, ang kailangan nating tingnan dito, yung case shape niya na parang bathtub. And then you look at the bracelet of this watch, para siyang bangle instead of a bracelet. It's got diamonds all over, medyo makislap yung itsura niya. And then let's look at the dial color na parang kulay puti. At dahil sa mga katangian natin, this is a Cartier Banwar, the mini, and specifically the version that is a diamond pave all over. So this specific watch, the Cartier Banwar, I've featured it a couple of times before, and nasabi ko din in those videos na yung French word na Banwar, it directly translates to bathtub in English, kaya ganun yung pangalan niya kasi nakita nyo naman yung hugis ng case niya. Para siyang bathtub, kagaya nga ng sinabi ko kanina. So I've featured this watch before, but it was a bit more simple in those instances. Ang case nito is gold or white gold or rose gold. But in this specific case, I think white gold yan, pero covered with diamonds all over. So this specific version of the watch, it retails for $68,000 US. And then nasa mga 4.2 million pesos. Pero on the secondary market, the maximum selling price that I'm seeing on Chrono24 would be 222,000 AED in Philippine peso terms. Yan ay nasa mga 3.8 million pesos plus shipping, taxes, and duties pa. So kung loads nyo si Liza Araneta Marcos, ang may sasuggest ko na alternative would be the Frederic Constant Classic Art Deco. Ilalagay ko na lang yung reference nito sa description ng video para madali nyo makita. So kaya ako pinili ang relo na ito because of the Art Deco style. So it's hitting on a lot of those critical Cartier design elements, and at the same time, yung case shape niya and case size is quite similar to the Banwar Mini, although may konting difference in terms of the thickness of the bezel. Ngayon, this watch, if you choose to buy it, the key concession would be the style of the bracelet primarily, and I guess the heritage of the brand. It's not quite up there with Cartier, but I think it's starting to gain some traction. So this watch, it retails for 94,000 pesos, pero I see it sell online dito sa Pinas for 75,500 pesos, so naka-sale na. And I think this is quite a good looking watch, lalo na kung ganitong klaseng relo yung trip nyo. And instead of going for something like the Banwar, magandang alternative to. It doesn't have the diamonds, which I personally prefer. That's why I recommend, kung loads nyo si First Lady, magandang alternative ang relo na ito. Dito naman kay Senator Bongo, ang kailangan nating tingnan dito would be the case shape, the bracelet style na flat link. It's got gold tones as well. Pag tinignan nyo yung bezel, pati yung dial. Tapos pag tinignan nyo yung gilid ng case, there are pushers there. And then if you look at the dial, meron dyang 3 sub-dial at the 3, 6, and 9 o'clock positions. And the 9 o'clock dial seems to have a lot on it compared to the 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock sub-dials. At dahil sa mga katangian natin, this on Omega Speedmaster, the version that commemorates the Apollo 11 mission, the 50th anniversary of it, which was launched in 1969. Kaya noong 2019 naman, nirelease ang relo na ito in commemoration nga of the 50 years. So, this mission, Apollo 11, is the mission that allowed mankind to set foot on the moon. And I think napapanahon kasi po, we are in the a new space age, and so this conversation around Omega, I think, is a conversation that has to be had among watch enthusiasts. So this watch, it looks unique because of the gilt style overall. And if you look at the 9 o'clock subdial, meron diyang unique na illustration, and that's Buzz Aldrin climbing onto the surface of the moon. Ngayon, ang isa pang unique na feature ng relo na ito, comparing it to other Speedmaster professionals, would be the flat link bracelet, which is my favorite bracelet on any Speedmaster. So ang relo na ito, I think it's already discontinued, but I see it sell on the secondary market for up to $21,731. Yun ay nasa mga 1.4 million pesos. And so this is a watch that I would think is quite inaccessible, and dala yan ng pagiging one of a kind, I guess, ng relo na ito, comparing it to other watches. For example, you'll see a lot of Omega Speedmasters, but this one is relatively infrequent. So the alternative that I have for you, due to its inaccessibility, whether due to price or availability, would be the Timex Q-Timex chronograph. This one I selected as an alternative dahil ito ay isang chronograph na merong gold-colored accents and may bracelet, including the size. While the Speedmaster would be 42 millimeters, ito ay 40. You would notice that they are quite comparable pag sinuot nyo sila. Now, this watch, the key concession here would be that the movement being used is a quartz movement, and its finishing is not all that good. It's quite rough around the edges, as is standard with the alternatives that I'm mentioning, save for the Frederic Constant earlier. And the use of gold here is parang coating lang instead of I think the Speedmaster na tingin ko suot ni Senator Bongo uses moonshine gold. But price-wise kasi, you look at this watch and it retails for 18,795 pesos and is frequently on sale. For example, ngayon, yun ay nasa mga 16,000 na lang comparing it to the retail price. So I think this is quite a bargain, and sinasabi ko nga, typically in these videos, you would be supporting Filipino livelihoods kasi Timex has a factory in Cebu. So I think you cannot really go wrong with this watch. And because of those gilt accents, I think very close looking siya doon sa Speedmaster na tingin ko suot ni Senator Bongo. Dito naman kay Senate President Sherwin Gatchalian, ang kailangan nating tingnan dito sa relo na ito would be the size, medyo malaki yan. And then you look at the bezel of this watch, it's got a fluted bezel. And pag tinignan yung bracelet niya, parang Jubilee style bracelet siya. You look at the dial of this watch, kulay itim siya, and it seems to have a complicated display. At then sa mga katangyan natin, this are Rolex Sky Dweller, the reference 336934. Ngayon, ang relo na ito, it's the most complicated Rolex watch. If I'm not mistaken, it's got that GMT functionality, it's got that annual calendar, and so this is a pretty complicated watch. Probably my favorite complication on any Rolex watch, including the GMT, because of the annual calendar functionality. So, this watch, while it is still quite expensive at 1.06 million pesos at retail, it's not as hyped as the other models. So for example, ang relo na ito on the secondary market dito sa Pilipinas, I see it sell for up to 1.25 million pesos. And that's quite smaller in terms of percentage markup comparing it to models like the Submariner and the Datejust siguro. So this is a watch that, comparing it to its retail price, even if mas mataas, hindi siya kasing wild ng ibang mga relo ng Rolex. And the alternative I have for you today would be the Tissot Balade in 40 millimeters, which I'm recommending because of the bracelet style, the bezel style, the dark dial. Concession-wise, ang relo na ito is smaller at 40 millimeters. It's got a quartz movement. It's not as complicated as the Rolex, obviously, and it's not using any precious metals, unlike the use of white gold doon sa bezel ng Rolex na tingin ko suot ni Senate President Win Gatchalian. However, price-wise kasi, this is quite an accessible watch comparing it to the Rolex, and it's coming from a brand with good heritage in Tissot. So ang relo na ito retails for 25,200 pesos. And if you can get into Tissot at that price point, I think that's quite good. I'm just putting this alternative on the table because I think Tissot is a brand to be reckoned with. From the current Senate President to a former Senate President in Senator Tito Soto, ang kailangan nating tingnan sa relo niya would be the case shape na parang rectangle siya, the size of it, the dial, specifically the color, parang kulay puti, and then it's using Roman numerals. There appears to be a date at the 6 o'clock position, and it's using a bracelet. At sa mga katangian na ito, yung this is a Cartier extra large tank. Now, this specific variant of the tank is, if I'm not mistaken, the only tank in steel na merong automatic movement, and that's made possible in part because of the size of this watch. It's quite sizable at 41 millimeters across, but this is a classy watch through and through. It's got the history, it's got the looks, super timeless, and I think this is a watch that is difficult to top. It's the least expensive, I would say, on this list. It retails for 421,000 pesos sa mga Cartier boutique dito sa Pilipinas. But on the secondary market, I do see it sell for up to 345,000 pesos. 5,000 pesos na lang, tax exempt ka na kapag ganyan ang gross income mo, kung maniniwala tayo sa SONA ni PBBM. So, ang relo na ito, I've found an alternative in the Casio MTP B190D 7BV, which I'm selecting because of the case shape, the Roman numerals being used on the dial, the white dial, and the case size at 41 millimeters as well. Concession-wise, this is a really unique case shape. I would say it brings something else to the table. Napaka-unique ng itsura nito. Even the bracelet, looking at it with these links, medyo unique ang dating niya. And it's got a quartz movement comparing to the automatic movement of the Tank XL. And finishing, this will be quite rough around the edges. Pero at 5,940 pesos at retail, and looking at these two, I think the Casio has to be considered as a serious contender kung loads nyo si Tito Soto. And that's why I'm recommending this watch. Ayun! Nakita na tayo ng mga sample ng mga relo na suot ng mga politiko sa araw ng SONA 2026. At sa lahat ng mga relo na tiningnan natin sa video nito, ang pinaka-paborito ko dyan, yung Omega Speedmaster na tingin ko suot ni Senator Bongo. I really love the Speedmaster, especially with the flat link bracelet and this configuration na may gold tones. I really am a fan of this watch. At doon naman po tayo sa alternatives. Ang pinaka-paborito ko doon, yung Casio. This Casio brings a lot to the table in terms of the critical Cartier design elements while still bringing its own flavor into the mix, and that's why I'm a fan of this watch, especially given the price point. Pero opinion ko lang po yan. Kung iba po ang inyong opinion, kung tingin nyo meron pang ibang relo na mas angkop bilang alternative, let me know in the comment section down below. Kung nagustuhan nyo ang video nito, please hit the like button, at kung trip nyo ganitong klaseng content, watch reviews, pagsuri sa mga relo ng mga kilalang personalidad, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Yun lang po. Maraming salamat sa oras ng panonood. Laters, yo!